Hello, movers and shakers, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Seven Figure Moving Academy. Today, we're going to be talking about 6 critical ways to add value to your moving company to help you get more sales and referrals. So, stay tuned. This video is being sponsored by our friends Movegistics by Netensity. They are the premier online moving company software CRM for any moving business anywhere in the country. They definitely help moving companies grow faster, and they do that by increasing revenues, driving profits, and lessening the stress of the everyday move. This software is for anybody. Anybody can use it, and it works for any size moving company. The sales process automation and move management tools shouldn't be exclusive to your largest moving companies. The smaller, aspiring movers should have access to everything that all the big guys have. And this will help you grow organically and build your business with great results and give you seamlessly expanding new services. As you could go through here, this will tell you everything it'll help you with. Local movers, long distance movers, freight brokers, designing moving. These are everything that it can do. And they are recommended by several high class and powerful moving companies. You got Hercules Movers, Big Boys, you got the Orlando Moving Company, Florida Moving Solutions, All America Moving, and so many more, including my personal friends from Works Moving and Storage. Eric Works and his company also use it. They also have so many great and useful tools and devices. This CRM is bar none one of your best moving softwares for any moving company of any size. You should definitely take advantage of this. Go and talk to my friends at Movegistics by Netensity. Just go to https://www.netensity.com. And they are certified by the American Moving and Storage Association as a supplier member. Definitely go and use them. I encourage you to do that today. Thank you for coming out to the Seven Figure Moving Academy. Glad to have you here. Today we are talking about the 6 critical ways to add value to your moving company. But before we do that, we got to talk about a couple of misunderstandings when it comes to sales and it comes to actually marketing your business. And they are features and benefits. Over and over and over, what I see is many of you, especially in your written promotions, fail to understand the difference between what a feature is and what a benefit is. And you cannot sell your services, you cannot add value without giving the benefits of your company. So that's why we're going to discuss the differences between features and benefits. So what is a feature? A feature is actually a factual statement about your product or service that you're promoting. But this isn't what your customers buy on. Let me give you some examples of what some people would consider a feature or what they put on their promotion thinking this is what sells people. Licensed and insured, free estimates, free boxes, low rates, 5-star reviews from Yelp. Well, those are all great things. They are only features of your business. They are factual statements about your business. They are not benefits. So what is a benefit? Well, benefit can be answered by this simple question. What is it in it for me? Me being the customer. What's in it for the customer? What is his favorable end result? All right, let's give you an idea of what a benefit is. Low rates that you can afford so that you can have a stress-free move. That's a benefit. Licensed assured, that's a feature. But licensed and insured, well-trained or highly trained movers that know how to move your stuff right. That's a benefit. You see what I'm saying? 5-star reviews that show you that we know how to move you in the right way for the most affordable price ever. See, that's a benefit. Low 5-star reviews, great feature. but being able to do it in a way that actually benefits the customer is a benefit. So when you're looking at benefits, you have to look at what's in it for me being the customer. So what's in it for the customer? That's a benefit. Feature is just a factual statement about your business. Got it? Good. So let's get into 6 critical ways that you can actually improve your moving company's value and show your customer that you truly care. All right. The first way we want to discuss is we want you to put yourself in your customer's shoes. You got to put your customer first. So many of you are so focused on what you provide and what you do, you forget about who is actually consuming your service, that being the customer. You got to understand where they're coming from. Why are they moving? Are they moving because it's a divorce? Are they moving because they just got a new job, which statistically is the reason why most people move? Is there a death in the family? What is the reason for their move? Are they in the military and they have to move from one base to another base? What is the reason? I want you to start putting yourself in their shoes, looking from the move from their point of view. When you look from the move from their point of view, you will be able to have the empathy that you need to actually sell the job, right? So that is your first object, okay? 2, you must be able to communicate frequently and effectively about what your business can and will do for the customer. One part of the sales script that you should be using is called interest. There's an actual formula. It's called attention, interest, desire, and action. In the interest part, you really need to communicate effectively and frequently about what your movers provides. This is the time when you're going to tell your customers, hey, this is what we do for you, and this is what you're going to get. This is what we're going to do for you, and this is what you're going to get, so on and so forth. But it's also from the very first point. One of the key components to actually selling a lot of sales, getting a lot of sales, and booking a lot of jobs is being able in the follow-up process. This is where we come up with the communicate frequently part. Now, the best way to do this is by having a great software, a great CRM called whatever you wish. I particular, as you've already well know, this video is being sponsored by Moogistics, one of the finest CRMs. I would really suggest you get a CRM that's going to fit your business model and to fit your needs. This way, if the CRM has an autoresponder that works like it should, you'll be able to send up a lot of follow-up emails, follow-up Facebook messages, follow-up text messages, and so on and so forth. Every time when a customer clicks on your yes, I want a free quote, they should start getting some messages from you. They should be getting some emails. They should get Facebook messages. They should be getting text. At the very least, a phone call, right? And that should be followed up every single day for at least 3 days. Once they get an estimate, again, another follow-up sequence occurs. Again, boom, boom, boom for 3 days, right? They don't book, good. They go on a follow-up sequence that gets them 1 day, 2 day, on the 5th day, so on and so forth. That's fine. They book, there's another different separate follow-up sequence. You've got to always be using it. And this is really good. And this is why you need to have a good CRM that has a marketing and sales foundation to it. I have found that Moogistics has that foundation and can set up all your sequencing for your emails, your messaging, and even your text messages. Louis Massaro says this very, very frequently. He has got the 2+1, the 3+2+1 method. I think it's a fantastic system. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out his stuff. He talks about it a lot. Great system. But you got to be able to willing to talk with them frequently and effectively. And you got to be able to use every single mode that you can. You should use Facebook, call, text messaging, whatever it takes to get your message to your customer. And you got to be able to do it in a way that benefits your customer. You want to be adding value. Again, you got to be thinking, what's in it for me. Not just give a feature. Hey, thank you for calling. By the way, did you know we have these low rates? Okay, great. That you're not adding value by just communicating your price. By just communicating price is not adding value. You got remember the first part was think like the customer, right? You got to have the empathy. What is the customer thinking? What is he doing? By doing that, then you could start saying, you could start molding your communication to match what the customer's needs are, okay? 3, you got to understand the value goes beyond price. So again, this is why I talked to you at the beginning of this video about features versus benefits. You got, what is value? Value is just basically a stacking of benefits. The more benefits that you can list out to your customer, the more value will be perceived by your customer. One of the benefits that you're going to be doing is in that step we just talked about communication. You're going to want to have higher and more frequent communication. That's one of your benefits. It gives the customer the knowledge, subjective knowledge, that you're actually going to take care of them. You're actually going to follow through. You're actually going to do what you say you do. A lot of movers, they just book the call or they get an estimate and the customer never hears from that moving company until moving day. If they're lucky, they don't call up to follow up to confirm the move. They don't send the customer any kind of materials or anything to help them with their move. They don't call them to just check up. It's called, communication is going to be your biggest benefit to your customer. But what other benefits could you do? Well, hey, we're going to give you highly trained and experienced crew that we have personally qualified, drug screened, and background checked. They're going to come in and they're going to make sure, before they do anything, they're going to prep your house to make sure all your walls, banisters, and floors are taken care of. They're going to put down cardboard and floor runners and so on to make sure your walls, banisters, and floors are taken care of. They're going to pad up everything. Even before it leaves, it's going to professionally pad up all your furniture and items so that before it comes out of the house, it will be protected. These are benefits. You want to stack those benefits. Price is a benefit to a degree, but it's only one little morsel, right? So yes, you can say your price, but the more benefits you can stack, the more you can show them that you're going to add value to them over your competitors, they're likely of a chance they're going to book with you. So understand the value that goes beyond the price, right? So that means you're going to deliver more than what is expected. You're not going to give more than what they're paying for. You're going to give them more than what they expect. And this is what adds value. The next thing you guys want to do is you want to respond to concerns that solves the customer's problems. I hear it over and over. The customer has this situation when they're moving, right? But over and over, I hear the same refrain from movers. These guys think we stole something, or they're not paying me because we chipped their wall. Well, respond to them, but respond to them in a polite, friendly, and positive manner. Don't make them wrong. Don't attack them. Listen to what they're saying. Understand what they're saying. And then offer them a solution that fits the benefits of you and them, right? Don't come at them with an antagonistic or belligerent manner. I personally have this problem, and it's hard for me, especially the thing that really sets me off, right, is when a customer actually starts going after personal attacks, starts coming after me personally, or coming after my people personally. Then that's when I lose it. Now, that's a personal flaw that I have. I try to really rein that in. I try, again, from the first point is you got to think from the customer's viewpoint. What do they see? What do they know? And I try to think from their viewpoint. I try to put myself in their shoes when I respond to their concerns. So if the guys aren't moving as quickly as they should be, then you should find out what's going on. You should question the customers and have them give you a report, and then call up your guys, find out what's going on. Maybe your guys don't have the right equipment. Maybe they're missing something, or maybe there's a guy that's just sloughing off because he's sick or he hurt himself or something, or maybe someone's just having a bad day. Well, if you pay attention and respond to the concerns, you can adjust, right? You want to make sure that your movers have all the equipment, they have everything they need to do their job, right? The easiest way to get compliance is one, make it understandable, and two, make it easy to accomplish. That's how you get accomplishment, compliance to any order. Those two steps, make it easy to understand and make it easy to accomplish. That's how you get compliance. So if they're not being compliant, then one of those two steps is out. And you got to be able to understand and be able to differentiate and actually debug and spot that problem when the customer has a concern. If something is damaged, don't just attack them. Come up with a solution that fits their needs. My friend, Paul Fontaine, which I call the professor, he really responds very, very well. Sometimes he has his bad days, just like we all do. But what he does is he's a very well-spoken individual. He's very well-read, and he's very literate. He knows a lot of words. He can actually sit down and speak very eloquently to his customers and have them eating out of the palm of the hand. The reason why he was able to do that is because he allows himself to detach from the situation and actually listen to the customer, put himself in their shoes, and then he responds and solves their problem. You solve the customer's problem, no matter how horrible the problem is, even if it is your fault. You can actually turn that bad situation into a very positive where they'll be just very ecstatic and happy to do business with you again, even when you do a bad job. Your company should be able to go places that your competitors won't. You want to be able to do and offer things. Like many, especially smaller moving companies, they refuse to go out and do in-home inspections. You should go out and do in-home inspection. If a lot of, especially the smaller companies, they're just doing the drape and rape. Make sure that your stuff is fully wrapped before it comes out of the home. Some of them won't prepare. Some of them won't prepare the anything within the house. Make sure that you do that. Make sure that your guys are well trained. They know exactly what to do. They have a checklist. You should have checklists for your guys so that they know what to do, that there's no question. They've been trained, they've been told how to do it, and they just have that checklist and they go through that checklist. Boom. Okay, we're in here. Okay, we're in prep mode. Let's prep. Start in the master bedroom, prep the room. Good. Go into the next room. Prep that room. Go into this room. Prep this room. We're in the kitchen. Prep the kitchen. Now we're in the living room. We're in the stairs, and so on and so forth. And you just have a checklist, and it's systemized. How do you load the truck? It's in there. It's systemized. Have a checklist. By doing these small little things, they might sound like a lot of work, and they are. But once you do them, that checklist, these little items, if they're put in, will differentiate you from everybody else. So make sure that you're willing to go and do things that your competitors refuse to do or won't do or can't do. This is how you add value to your company. And finally, respect your customer. Your customers are the reason why your company exists. And by demonstrating value, by showing that you and your entire staff respect them, you're going to have a great way. And how can you show your customers that you respect them? How can you show you and your staff that you respect your company? Well, there are 4 ways. 1, respect them time. Give them a heads up when you're on the way. Make sure that you or one of your staff members or one of the crew members calls the customers. I used to have a lot of problems with this. I would tell my crew, hey, you got to call the customer and let them know that you're on the way. They left at such and such a time, and they should be there at such and such a time. I found that my guys wouldn't do this. So what would I do? I started taking that on myself. I put that on myself. So when the crew left, I would note the time. I would call up the customer and I would say, Joe Blow, look, my guys just left. It's a 15-minute drive to your location. They should be there in 15, 20 minutes, depending on traffic. If they're not there within that time, give me a call back and I'll see what's going on, right? So respect their time. Let them know when you're going to be there. Respect respect the date of the move. If something happens and you can't fulfill that move, Understand that and make sure that you have a backup plan. Make sure you have another company that can take over that job if you need to. Or make sure that you have a rental truck ready to available to go, or have one that you know you can go get. Do whatever. Respect their time. 2, keep your promises. If you got a job and you can't do the job, just don't say, well, we're not going to go do it. Or, if you say you're going to provide 3 people, but one gets sick, provide a third person, even if you have to go do it yourself. Make sure that you're doing that. Another way to do this is make sure that you can having your follow-up process in, whether it's email, text message, Facebook messaging, or phone calls. You want to make sure that you're following up. You want to make sure that they're happy by keeping your promises. Let them know that you'll keep your promises by keeping your promises with your communication, right? Another way, the third way to know that your customers respect them and you show them is respect their money. They're paying you good money for you to move them. Whether it's by hourly or flat fee, they're paying you a lot of money for that service. Respect that. Make sure your guys aren't sloughing off. Make sure your people are staying in communication. Make sure that they know that their money is going to be well spent with you. Okay? And then finally, the fourth way to make sure that you're respecting things is respect their property. It's their property. Don't just say, you drop a box. Oops. Some of your movers are like that. Oh, drop the box. Oh, they ding a wall. Whatever, it was there already. Look, they already had a bunch of other holes. Oh, whatever the crappy excuse. Don't let your movers get away with stuff. Respect their property. That includes the stuff that you're moving, including the domicile, including the driveway. If you got I don't know why you would, but let's say you bring your kid to work day. Don't let your kid be running around their yard. Don't be driving on their yard. Things like that. Don't be smoking in front of their property. Don't allow your guys to smoke on the back of the truck where the smoke is waffling through the back of the truck and then being embedded and imbibed and imbued into their furniture. That they don't like that. Some people smoke and that's fine. Most people don't. More people than not smoke. Okay? Sorry, I should say more people than do smoke. Okay? More people don't smoke than do. Got that. So, it's just little things like that. Don't throw your trash in their yard. Don't leave stuff on the back of the truck and then forget about it so it goes into the yard and they have to pick it up. It's just these little things, right? So, guys, this is how you just add value to your moving company. And by showing them that you care for them, showing them that you have empathy, respecting their time and their money, your company is going to be so far above and ahead of the rest of the rabble out there. It's going to be phenomenal. You'll start getting 5-star reviews, which is important. You're going to start getting a bunch of referrals, which is important. They're going to brag about you to the real estate agent and to their friends, which is highly important. There will be a time, if you follow these very simple 6 ways to add value, you're going to understand the ramifications and the positiveness that's going to come from all of this later down. It might not happen immediately. It might be a year, 2 years, but eventually it's going to snowball and you're going to take off. Guys, this is important. So remember the difference between features and benefits, and that benefits add value. And then just treat the people as if you would way that you want to be treated. Treat them as they're like your grandma. 2 Men in Truck actually have the grandma rule, right? Which is don't say or do anything that you wouldn't do in front of your grandma. Now, if you're if you're one of those people where your family tree don't fork and grandma burps, farts, and, curses like a sailor, well, I'm sorry. But I had that grandma. But anyway, guys, I'm just saying you want to follow that rule. Just treat them with respect. Treat them as if they were like, your biggest mentor, your richest mentor. Maybe if you're a Donald Trump fan, act like it's Donald Trump stuff. If you're an Obama fan, treat them like they're Obama. I don't care where you lie in the political spectrum. I'm just using that as an illustration. But treat them as your heroes. How would they be? Because they are important people. And if you do a good job once, this will have reverberations that will keep on spreading forever and ever and ever. So guys, thank you so much. I totally appreciate it. Make sure you check out our video sponsor, Moogistics. Go to www.netensity.com. Check them out, sign up. I do have a link down in the description, which you can click on. And not only that, I have a special code that will be down there so that you can get $100 off your first month for if you sign up using that code. All right, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you leave me a comment. Let me know if there's some other things I should have added to this video or some things that you didn't quite understand. Let me know in the comment section below. Okay, if you learned something, I'd really like to know if you learned something or if something popped in your head. I'd really like to. So put it down in that comment section below. By the way, guys, when you leave a comment, when you share this video, when you like my video, and when you subscribe, I then now know, one, that helps my channel immensely, and I'd really totally appreciate that. But not only that, it lets me know what videos are popular and what videos you guys want to know more about so that I can expand and create more videos along those lines to help you guys out. So if you'll help me out, then I can help you out. So make sure you leave a comment, you share this video, and you subscribe to the channel. And when you subscribe, go down, hit that button down right below. It's a little bell icon. When you hit that bell icon, you will be notified when I upload a new video like this. So guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you a lot. I love you. I like you. Go and do something great today.